According to a 2015 study conducted by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, 38.2% of the United States population is obese. This is compared to numerous other countries, including the United Kingdom, at a 26.9% obesity rate, and Japan, where only 3.7% of people are obese. This isn't even considering those who are overweight but not obese. In 2015, 70% of the United States population was overweight or obese. In 1980, that number was only 45%. There is no debate that the US is getting fatter, especially when compared to other countries at a similar level of development. The question is, as the title of this video suggests, and that we'll examine here today, why? The culture in America contains many things that affect how Americans perceive health and weight. First off, the environment is saturated with advertisements that subconsciously affect our minds. American kids see, on average, 3 to 5 ads for fast food per day, and about 50% of all ads directed at children are for food. Yale University students found a huge correlation between food advertisements and food consumption among children. Many psychological studies have shown that children are much more affected by their surroundings than adults are. The images you view as children subconsciously stick with you throughout most of your life, making it difficult to break from unhealthy habits. More than inhabiting and saturating our environment, fast food chains, restaurants, and even homeware promotes overeating. In a study done in 2016 conducted by the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, it was found that the portion sizes at fast food restaurants in the United States have been growing since 1986. Entrees have increased 1.3 grams a year, which is huge, but nothing compared to the rise of desserts at an increase of 2.4 grams a year. By increasing portion sizes slowly but surely, fast food chains are ensuring that the general population eats more and more and more without people even noticing. As Dr. Elizabeth Nabel noted, supersized portions at restaurants have distorted what Americans consider a normal portion size, and that affects how much we eat at home as well. In North America, the average home dinner plate is 11 inches across. In Europe, most dinner plates are only 9 inches in diameter. The larger your plate, the more tempting it is to pile more food onto it, and then eat it. Adding lots of food to a large plate seems proportional, especially when food is more shareable the more appetizing it looks. At the time of recording this, 364 million Instagram posts have been tagged #food. Dr. Nabel was right. The larger the portion at a restaurant, the larger our portions at home become. And when portion sizes grow, calories grow. Susan Roberts, director of the Energy and Metabolism Laboratory, says that restaurant meals average 1,205 calories per meal. Moreover, there is very little difference between the calories of meals at chain and non-chain restaurants. So while eating at a local restaurant may be good for your community, it's not great for your waistline. Still, there are a few habits you can ingrain into yourself to combat this. At home, you are the one with control. You decide what goes on your plate, and you decide what goes into your body. If you only put the recommended serving size on your plate and put the rest of it in the fridge as leftovers, you're less likely to overeat. Another tip is to eat without doing anything else, like watching TV or reading an article. If you're eating, focus on eating. If someone eats too quickly, satiety may occur after overeating instead of putting a stop to it. There's also reason to believe that eating while we're distracted by activities like driving or typing may slow down or stop digestion in a manner similar to how the fight or flight response does. Restaurants are no doubt a large part of why America's obesity rate continues to climb. In a poll conducted in 2017, it was self-reported that 61% of Americans eat at restaurants at least once a week. This habit of eating out promotes a habit of overeating, either at a restaurant or by ourselves, while driving, typing, watching videos, or doing any number of other activities. Another part of the American lifestyle that contributes to the increased overweight population is inactivity. All the following statistics are from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Just like overeating, inactivity may start at childhood. Just 1 in 3 children are physically active every day, and most children spend more than 7.5 hours a day in front of a screen. Even school systems play into this. In the U.S., only 6 states require physical education in every grade. These habits continue into adulthood, with over 80% of adolescents and adults that don't get enough aerobic activity. Technology has made huge strides in the past couple of decades, and there's no disputing the positive nature of this. However, it has had the unwanted effect of making us all at least a little bit lazier. Now, of course, we can't blame technology for all of America's inactivity problems. As I said before, children are highly impressionable, and most American children don't develop active habits. As adults, we don't make an effort to change that. This video is about obesity in America, but inactivity is becoming a global problem. The World Health Organization estimates that 3.3 million people die around the world each year due to physical inactivity, making it the fourth leading underlying cause of mortality. Physical activity has beneficial effects on 23 diseases or health conditions. Inactivity increases the risk for many of the costliest medical conditions, such as type 2 diabetes, stroke, ischemic heart disease, falls and hip fractures, and depression. With all the fad diets, weight loss tricks, and shortcuts, it's no wonder that many Americans are confused on how to lose weight. In America, there's a huge culture of dieting, and diets tend to fail. Most successful weight loss stories include lifestyle changes, and that definitely includes your diet, but not a fad diet, which is doomed to end eventually. People like fad diets because they usually help you lose weight very quickly. However, these diets are nearly impossible to maintain in the long run and often result in gaining more weight back. The point in this context is that there are so many different diets marketed as weight loss solutions that don't last, but are so common in the US that people can't find the actual way to sustain their weight loss. As the Medical Journal of Australia points out, most of the evidence for fad diets are based on anecdotal findings, theories, and testimonials of short-term results. America is getting fatter because of many things: our culture, the way we market towards children, and the huge amount of information that makes it difficult to discern what actually works. Still, there are things you can do to prevent this for yourself. Small lifestyle changes like using smaller plates or paying attention to when you eat, as well as physical activity and a constant vigilance to never give up on your situation. Just because America is getting fatter does not mean you have to as well.